Sheesh.
Mm, this glass is softer than still like the same. Just wait. Because it's dark.
Ginger.
No, you're good. Yeah, it's good. Hello. 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 Kimberly. Kimberly for you.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Why so kind? My face is
Do.
like,
Buddha.
hmm,
So Buddha.
you. See, you call me OA or EA. What's the matter? Your, what is this called? Cookies.
Yung bunda ko.
Mm, mm. It's like 560 resolution. Hello, who's out there? Anybody? Who says hi? Mm-mm-mm.
Hello, 9 viewers.
How are you guys today? It's Friday here. Friday morning. Rainy morning. 7. Countdown. 7, 6, 5, 4. What's the topic today? We should do like those shows that give, what do you call it? Reviews and um, what do you We've got 8 viewers, but they're not talking. Guys, can you like and subscribe? We're trying to get to 150 today. At least 150. 150 subscribers. Who says hi? Any questions? Any topic? Any words? Oh, why you close the door? It's very high. Jimmy A. Says, two, one, zero, 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 zero. Look, I'm feeling fine. I'm sweating right now. Okay, we're gonna say hi. ¿Quién habla español por ahí? ¿Quién habla inglés? ¿Nadie? ¿Quién dice yo? Nadie anda vivo por ahí. Where is it?
I love your bottle of viewers. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está usted? Nobody wants to be top fan. Oh, who's that? How do you say your name? Is it Shane? How do you, Shane? Franco. How are you today? What are you guys doing this morning? Rainy morning. Can you guys like and subscribe? Says I'm literally gonna stop. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, you can see us in our videos, little small videos. I love doing the shorts. I will appreciate it if you like them. I also like. Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate the support. What song is that? I heard it from. God bless you, family. Thank you so much, and God bless your family too. We we're barely starting. Well, not barely, but we have a few months with this channel, and we try to make it grow. And by doing those videos and live every day. So we're doing in the morning and at night at 8 p.m. To connect with people and make the channel grow. Yeah, I hear the chickens on the roof. You're gonna find videos since I got here to our wedding, which happened like last week. Yeah, last week. So many nights. This, I'm so sorry. It's okay. Are you here in the Philippines too? Oh yeah, it's in the Philippines. Yeah, I've been here 4 months. Um, uh, I'm in the province of Cebu here by it's Toledo City, and I love it so far. Like everything's everything's so different than. I was living in the U.S., but I'm Mexican. I was born and raised in Mexico. Um, feels close to age. Yeah, and for me, it's a total new experience here in Philippines. And before arriving to the Philippines, I had a quick stop in China and Japan, and it's Asia. It's totally different culture, but uh, now that I'm here in Philippines, it's so nice to Filipinos have treated me so kind, and it's nice everywhere where I've been. Uh, how is it possible to like the I think it's on the side of your screen. There's the like button, and then because mine is different, but you should see it on the side, the like button for the chat. Actually, you are the first uh, viewer that is texting. So it's a new thing about YouTube that gives like top fans when you talk a lot. they give you that sticker. I don't know what they planning to do with that, but you know, I have not read what that is. What is that for? But yeah, like in every life, like whoever is stacking the most, connecting um, with the uh, with the person doing the live, that they give that sticker the number one top fan. And I think they're planning to do something. Whoever gets those stickers. Uh, Triwalo? Oh, three persons? Yeah, but you know, some people connect and they just they they watch us, but they don't text. All right, thank you so much for the like and the subscription. Mama is supposed to call me. She was working when I called her. She said hi again. What's up, brother? Brother, can you give me the water? Thank you. Oh, super cold. My, this is not my daughter. See, that's what happens when you don't show your face.
Daddy.
No, it's not my daughter.
Hello, Daddy. Hello, Daddy.
No, I'm gonna let her explain. Come to camera and explain. She's saying, "Ayo." Are you Bisaya? Mm.
She was grade 4 student.
Mm.
I'm kindergarten.
Kindergarten, she's in kindergarten. Yeah, sometimes she looks like she's from kindergarten.
I am her daughter.
Oh, yeah. Wait, no. This is uh, what is that? Wait. It's so hot in here. We got the fan cover. That's why. What is that math problem?
Hello?
Are you my daughter?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
No, when you say it like that.
Daddy.
They're not gonna believe you. Hey, Kali, how are you, man? These are what secret types.
Hola, Kali.
We're arguing why they think she's my daughter, and she says she instead of saying that
Hello,
this.
Daddy.
So, what's that? Hi,
Estoy bien.
Kali, what's it?
Is it right? Estoy bien.
Mm-hmm.
Estoy bien, amigo.
What's it to the camera? Not like, you know, that's about a thing about Filipinos. Sometimes they're shy in person and in camera. Um, eh, like after so many calls, she's still shy to my mom. It's Espanol. No,
Sí, it's Espanol.
she's learning Espanol. And she's forgetting Bisaya now. She doesn't know what
Calling
she doesn't know
when
what
I'm going
ayo
to
is.
shut up.
Okay. She wants to ask you something. Kali, say it. I thought you were gonna ask him.
Hola, Kali.
Yeah.
I'm gonna apply
She says she no sé qué
when I will go to Mexico. I'm gonna apply for work on your uncle and aunt's bakery.
She wants to work in a bakery. She loves baking, so and you mentioned you have family in Leon with bakeries now. She's got that in her mind that she wants to work in a bakery. He says, ask him.
I'm gonna ask him.
Huh?
I'm gonna ask him.
Yeah, I think he already heard you.
It's telling me. It's
Yeah, yeah, I mean,
por favor.
she, she, she wants to she wants to be working there. Um,
Translate
is that your brother? Oh, that's great. It says, yes, don't worry if when you go to Leon, I will make sure you can work or they will teach you. Because you know those bakeries, it's they got big. I imagine they have big uh,
Oh, it's
ovens.
like this. Puedo aplicar, Kali?
Para aplicar. He's saying that if we go to Leon.
Muchas gracias, Kali. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Well, she needs to start. The first thing is the language. Yes, but don't know how much they can pay you. Well, it's all. I don't know about the wages in Mexico right now, because compared to the Philippines, I think it's a little bit better than the Philippines. Yeah. Um, Obviously, it's not the same as in the U.S., but it's definitely much better than here in the Philippines. Just in the money exchange, the peso is like what, 20, somewhere around 20 pesos for $1. Um, the Filipino peso is 56. So yeah, it's the Mexican peso is a little bit heavier than the Filipino peso. Oh, it's 18. See, it's yeah, and it's because the dollar is losing ground.
It's
So
18.
18 pesos for $1. So it's it is both. Like the dollar is losing ground and the peso is getting stronger because of the economy and the deals that the government is doing around the world, especially with China. Um, so it is becoming a strong economy in Mexico. So that's why the peso, even though that it was sad. I felt sad when I was
Oh, I wish we can take it off so I can show it to him.
showing what. Oh, my peso. I felt sad that I crossed the border, right, and then uh, I exchanged some money to buy something in the airport. So I had pesos, and then I went to Beijing. I did the same thing to buy things around the airport, and I did the same thing in Japan to get to. Oh, cause I remember I told you I exchanged airports, so I had to pay the bus and then things around to buy things around there. So I have when I arrived here, there was a money exchange, and I said, "Oh, I have so much change because I was changing like $20, $40 here and there." So I have a bunch of money from Mexico, China,
China
and
and
Japan.
Japan.
We went to the money exchange, and yeah, they said to me, "Oh, in dollars, I had some dollars left," and they said, "I exchanged the Chinese, the Japanese." The dollars here were my Mexican pesos. I still have them here, Well, I'll get to use them,
He only have 20 Mexican pesos.
No, it's 70. It
Oh, 70.
is it's a 20 and a 50 pesos. So yeah, I felt sad that, sir, we don't take this money. Yeah, so I kept them. I still have them. Yeah, they only took the yen, and I forgot what the name of the Chinese coin are, but and my dollars, obviously the dollars, yeah, they always do, but not the Mexican pesos. Like, sure, like it looks like, and then that the what is it of the which bill does it look like the 50 pesos here? Is it the
100. The new
oh, the
100
yeah, the,
pesos
the
here.
100 peso looks,
The new 100 pesos bill.
yeah, looks a lot like the Mexican peso, and she had it in her wallet, and then when that was the first time, yeah, that was the first time when I went to extend my visa to the immigration in Cebu City, and I she gave me the wallet. I handed her the cash because they don't take card. They only cash. So I took the money. I started paying, and then it had the same color, and she put the money there. And then I handed the money, and the lady's like, "Sir, this bill is not. We don't take these ones." And I look at it. Oh yeah, it's Mexican. It's not. And, and since then, I only keep. Well, she was the one who put that in the back of my phone. Mexican money. It's funny. My dad always has Mexican pesos in his wallet, but
Yeah,
at the not can use not here.
because
My dad is
Philippines
semi.
has new
Oh
peso
yeah.
money. Yeah, this is
Does
the new.
Philippines has
Is it
new
allowed
peso
to
money?
show?
You know they're getting it's not like in Mexico. Like, I don't know if you ever seen in Mexico when they do because they did it back in the 2000s somewhere around there. They took all the old money out and they replaced it with new bills and coins. But here is like they do it bill by bill. Like they recently changed the look of the 100 pesos, and now you see the 20 coin. But they still in circulation. The old ones they still have. Um,
This is the new.
and you know it takes time to I guess to take out the old money and bring the new money, and usually it's the banks the ones that like in Mexico. I remember back then that they the one that, well, you don't go to the bank, but they start taking all the money out and from circulation, and then they're bringing the new one. But here it looks like it's kind of slow because it's only random bills that you see. It's not like all of it. Uh, yeah, that's the thing that it says very colorful money, and it helps. It helps when, like for me, uh, I the ones that I had trouble with, and is because of the size and the 1 peso and the 5 peso. That's the only ones that I get confused so much. I gotta be looking at the money because they
They
has
have the
almost the
same
same
colors now.
size, the color, the size. And I don't have no trouble with the old ones because they're big and they got these
There is
copper
yeah,
side.
the 20 peso
The
is a
20,
coin right now.
yeah, and the newest one is smaller, right?
The 20.
Yeah, 20 peso. But,
No, it's big. It's like
but
that.
is that
20
that's the
pesos
new one? And
coin.
but the one like I told you the 5 peso and the 1 peso is the one that I
Yeah,
was.
they were the same.
They look the same, and I gotta be flipping them to check if it's 1 peso or 5 pesos. Those are the only ones that. But with the
And they have the
bills,
same colors. The
with the
10 peso, 5 and 1.
with the bills, it's so easy just by the color, you know. Sometimes I just go by the color, like I know which one's the 1,000, the 500, the 100, and the 50. Just by color, usually just like you don't even look. I don't even look at it because I know now the colors of it. But yeah, the only ones is the coins. For me, it's hard. I don't know for other people, but especially with my eyesight, like I don't. I started having problems with it since I was in the U.S. That I cannot read so well when it's closed. I can see fine outside at night. It's just like close things. I cannot see them so well. Um, uh, Hola Daniel, how are you? How's Brazil? Guy from the other. He says, when I was in the Philippines, I didn't pay for anything. Just gave my visit money for it. I told her that you take care of everything. I didn't want to get scammed.
Same thing to you.
um, yeah, I did the same thing. Since I got here, I told her keep the money. You, because it's like I was telling you last night. Um, when you go buy things here, uh, some foreigners they call it the skin tax because they see that you're a foreigner and they say, oh, I can get a little bit
You're gonna
more,
try
and
and
they're
you're
gonna
gonna
try.
charge more.
Not all of them, but some of them, and especially when there's no prices on the items that you're gonna buy, they'll raise
Yes.
it, they'll raise it on you, and that's why I said, I do it all the time. Like when we go to the market, she thinks that I'm staying behind. So, but it's true. It's true that she says, "Why are you doing it?" Because they already know you. You come here all the time. They already seen you that you come with me. So even it doesn't matter if you stay behind. They already know it. It's true. Like sometimes I let her go ahead and go ask prices because um, I know if they see me, they'll raise it. And but it's true, like they already know me, but there's a lot of businesses that actually they're most of them, like for me, it's, yeah, it's a few here and there, but most of them they will still give me the regular price. And but yeah, you want to avoid the ones that you don't that they want to charge you extra. Um, this is Wolf. That's cuántos idiomas.
Oh shoot,
Danny.
that is too big for taxi.
Oh man, that really was a scam for 1,000. Well, how far it took you? Because I was actually was I was watching, I was checking prices on taxi cab. There was uh there were what do you call it? The police and the city of Cebu City, they were cracking down on taxis because there were cases of people who were there were taxi cab drivers that were charging up to 1,000 for, yeah, it's from city to city, but still it's too much. And then Mom said, "Tell me, don't speak inside the house." Same thing here, but you know they still see, like they can smell you, like, oh, this is a foreigner. Like she says, even if you don't want to look foreigner, like the way you walk, the way you stand, it's really obvious that you're not Filipino.
I
But
always told him that,
mm,
hey, don't speak,
hmm
don't talk.
we were at the mall. It was not far from the hotel. Oh,
Oh,
shoot.
he gets
Yeah, that's
calm.
too much. Yeah, 1,000 pesos. And well, in Manila, I don't know if they're doing it, but one that it was an article that I was reading that they were telling, for especially foreigners, because those people are in taxi, especially taxi cab drivers. They're supposed to, oh yeah, Daniel was asking about that. I was in a little bit. Um, they were saying that if you get in a taxi in the city of Cebu City, you must ask the driver to drop the flag on the meter, because that's a must. And it's not like, oh, it's not working. No, they're supposed to be working. If they don't, if the meter's not working, then don't get in it. Then just get out of the
Next
taxi.
time, Kali, you download an app, a
And
Maxim,
that's yeah, get that app.
so you will know, so you don't get scammed.
Yeah, it's much easier on those with those apps. And I heard it. I was lazy to download it, and now that I arrived and she said it, and she's been, when we go to Cebu City, that's why we use that app, and it's very fair
It's a
because
big save.
it tells you in advance how much they're gonna charge you from, and because you mark where you're going, and then it's safer, it's easier. It's kind of like what's the app in the U.S.?
Uber.
Yeah, Uber. It's kind of like Uber. Um, that's happening in Manila. Yeah, and that's the thing about big cities. You gotta move in either well, like for her, she loves the motorcycle rides, but you can ask for a car in Maxim, and it's much fairer. And like I say, they'll give you the price. Um, Danny, I speak Spanish and English. She doesn't understand English. Danny, Yo hablo español, hablo inglés, ella habla inglés, habla la lengua filipina que es tagalo y su idioma aquí natal de la isla es cebuano o como dicen bisaya y un poquito de coreano. Dice, okay, next time I will get that up. It says, y yeah, man, like that app is so nice. It's more for moving around, yeah. And I was looking at that because, like I told you, we're gonna go um, to Manila to the embassy. I'm looking because I tried it before. I tried calling it for requirements, and then there's some. Uh, oh, you said you used immigration lawyer, right? But is the immigration lawyer in the U.S. or here in the Philippines? Because I know that they're kind of well, for Filipinos, it's expensive. It might not be for from somebody in the U.S. But over here, I one time we were asking about it, and they said just for the application and all that, and the process is we're talking about like uh, $500 between the application, the process. But still, in Mexico is the same thing. She's gotta go, like in the U.S., she's gotta go for an interview. Um, she says now she's third. Yeah, I know it's okay. Um, oh man, but where did you hire the lawyer in the U.S. or here in the Philippines? And
Because you're gonna charge so much.
oh man, that's really expensive. She's already spent a few $1,000.
Oh,
That's
here
not.
in Philippines?
That's why I'm asking you.
No, no,
Oh
that's not
sure.
good.
Uh,
That's not
can,
good.
well, let me tell you about this because I heard a case that because his case is different because it's her
The
and
kid.
the kid. So
No,
they
baby.
it's still I know it's kind of expensive,
The
man.
medical is not like that.
And the and depends where you're doing it. If you're where do you contact them in the U.S. or here in the Philippines? Because that's
Mm,
super expensive. It's
that is
honestly,
that's too much.
yeah, it's because I've heard cases when of guys who come here and then the woman is married, and that's another process that you need
Okay.
to file for annulment
Okay,
before
we
even
can
getting
start
married.
then.
You get married or and for annulment is and actually I was joking to her, when we were in the civil register and they had the prices there of annulment. And it says, look at how much it's gonna be cheaper to marry you than it's gonna be so costly to divorce you. uh, but it's not like that expensive. Annulment is only like how much? 8,000,
8,000,
pesos.
but the
Pesos, not
real
dollars.
the real amount is 280,000.
And they said the process because annulment's gotta be both. Like both of them need to sign, and it takes the time. And then, honestly, yeah, you gotta go through a lot of things if the partner was married. It's so difficult. It takes a lot of time. Um, yeah, if she was not married, that's good. But still,
But
from.
the medical won't cost like that.
But who's charging you the medical? Because it's not so expensive. We
It's not
already search
expensive,
into
even
that.
if you will search it.
Yeah, and then uh, the the other thing, what is it about? Oh, the kid. Uh, uh, um, from that case that I read about that person
See
who
this? The Q1 visa medical exam typically costs between $100,
$100 is for the medical.
100 to
Yes,
$200.
yeah. That's the thing that if you don't search, yeah, you fall for the first guy that offers you services like that.
They were called affixers.
Yeah, and then even I saw it here, but like I said, I knew the things, and that's why it took us a little bit longer to get married, because
Because of that, Kali.
yeah,
Like, what they said, if I can
and
just say here, what they said, they said that
what
if
was
you're
it?
a foreigner, they're gonna like take advantage of you
Yeah,
because you are
in
here
at the
in the country.
and
That's what they said.
so, but I was patient, and I gathered the requirements for this and that, and one thing that I did see everywhere you'll see there, say no to fixers, like because of that, because they want the image of the country not to be that that you gotta be paying for this and that when you shouldn't, and it is a positive thing about the government that it's trying to change that thing. It's not general, because let's not generalize. It's just here and there, but mostly, yeah, for foreigners, it happens. Um, yeah, it was the agency that charged it down, and yeah, but still, like,
Medical
I think
Filipina cost
it's still
$3,000.
it's too expensive, man.
Yeah.
It was too expensive,
Kali, the medical
and
only costs $100 to $200.
that's why I'd rather do it myself.
The
Like I was
Q1
asking her,
visa.
and when we were searching for, well, her case is simple because she has no kids. She was not married before, and now we're married, and her visa should be much simpler. That's why I want to do it personally. I want to go to the embassy, even if I have to do twice. Like I search it, and they told you it's like $300. And I was searching. I was telling her, for $300, I can take you to Manila, just you and me, and have a vacation there, wait for application, because and I've been searching for between both of us for the documents that we're gonna need, from the marriage certificate to the translation, because they want it in Spanish. It's the Mexican government, so now it's her that she needs all those things translated to Spanish. Um, and then there's this thing that is called, what is it, love? The apostle, is that they gotta certify from. And I don't understand that from the Mexican government, because in the U.S. They will respect your passport, even if it's from Somalia, whatever country you want to bring your passport. They will respect it like an ID. But Mexico is not doing that. Like, they think her from her birth certificate to the passport, they need to be like that, like another seal that they're original. And same thing with our marriage license, they need to be like that. So we got up through that, and then we're researching it. It's tedious, but I already went through it with marriage, and I'm okay with that. And you know, doing it the right way, and like I said, like instead of giving it to a company to do it for us, we'll just do it, and then we'll take a vacation to
Yeah,
Manila.
you were saying that. I think if I do it myself, it's cheaper, but we went with agency, so I'm paying more. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that
those things is looks like a texture also,
yeah, and
and they're gonna charge you a
and that's
lot.
what they do. Those agencies, they have the connections inside to make it simple and
Mm-hmm.
fast, and then
As long
that's
as
that's
you will
probably what.
pay more.
But you will pay more. That's the cost of it. Like it's you pay for the expediency of it, and the it makes it easier. But yeah, if I was me, I would raise the money and just do it myself. And like, but you know, I know a lot of foreigners they do that because it's easy, and but at the same time, you know, um, it's you're paying for a service that is costly. Because honestly, I think you could have found somebody to do it cheaper than that, and it was just a matter of looking around, like go to different ones and then say, oh, this other guy is charging me this. Why are you charging so much? Or the,
Because $3,000 for just medical,
yeah,
that's
and
too much.
like I told you, from what you tell me, your case is not so difficult.
Yeah.
So, when extreme cases is when uh, there's a marriage, and then because another thing, what I'm thinking and what I heard from what when I read about that case is that because the kid needs permission, or unless the father disappeared or didn't give the name, um, the kids gonna need permission from both parents, even though if they're not married. By law, the kids need, and even in the U.S. Remember the case of I don't know if you ever heard of the kid that was in Cuba, that the Cuban government was asking for the kid because the mother died and the father went back to Cuba and was bringing the. So when it comes to custody of a kid, it must be both, and but unless he disappear, yeah, and he's not in the documents like a father, then it's fine. Like it's only the mother's permission that is needed for taking the kid out of the country. Um, so that's another thing, that it could cost you. But yes, we already have an affidavit from her father. Yeah, and that's the positive. The guy, it's okay with it, because sometimes they're not, and they will, and so it's extra, all that documentation. So I know it's more. So probably that's why it's costing you more. But yeah, I wouldn't do that myself. Like I heard that there was what's it called? 90 Day Fiancé show. I don't know if you ever seen it. There was this American marrying a mom, single mom, and she was from Costa Rica, I believe, or Panama. Yeah, she was from Panama. And the guy was doing the work himself. Like he went to immigration, but he messed up on the because she was gonna bring the kid. She wanted to bring the kids back to the U.S. and the guy was doing the paperwork himself. he he messed up the paperwork, and the woman was so upset at him because uh, he tried to do the work instead of paying for it. So yeah, I wouldn't. When it's a case like that, I wouldn't do it myself, because it's yeah, you leave it to the experts. Um, yeah, but like for her case, it's just a matter of gathering documents, searching, and we'll do it ourselves. It's not so. I don't think it's gonna be so difficult. And it's from what I understand, uh, Mexican government is like Mexico. It's open arms to foreigners and people going to live there. So it's not. I hope I don't have much trouble doing it. He says he will not do the job because he doesn't want to make his Filipina mad.
What?
He says he will not do the work on the paperwork himself because he doesn't want to make his Filipina
Mm.
mad. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, I understand you, and yeah, you're probably right. You should just let the experts do it because it's yeah, it's a little bit complicated in your case, and but still, like, but it's one thing with the other. You did get experience, right? Like they is making it happen quick because you say when in when is she 3 weeks she having her appointment, right? It says hopefully you guys can process fast so I can visit you all in Mexico. Um, yeah, man, that's the plan because I told you like we want to do that as soon as possible, but um, who knows? Like the right now we only have a copy of the marriage certificate, and for the original, it's not so difficult. We already know where to get it. We're just waiting for the confirmation that we can go get it, and then that's gonna happen in I mean in Cebu City. So, and then we'll take our other documents to get that. Shoot, I forget the word. What is the word? Apostle. Um, so we're gonna do that too once we'll use the trip to do that. And you know, I'm looking around the expenses to go to Manila and do maybe a week.
How much is the ticket?
Was for airplane ticket. And that's what I was telling her. I was already checking flights from here to Manila. And I was so surprised and that to me they're so cheap. It's only gonna be like 4,000 something pesos for both of us,
For you,
in and
cheap.
out. It's
Okay, it's
cheap.
expensive.
I know for Filipinos it looks expensive, but for us, and I told you what my brother was saying the other night, because he was making plans to travel with his wife and his son, and if you check the distances from Phoenix to San Diego is only if you drive 4 hours, 3 hours tops. Um, it's like 1 hour in an airplane. Same thing. He said, he told me it's gonna cost him $600 for each one of them. My brother, his wife, and the kid. 600 back and forth. That's 1,800. Like that's a lot of money for one. And I don't know if the inflation is too bad now that that's super expensive because he back then he used to travel a lot from Texas to Phoenix, and he will take the airplane and he will ask us to go pick him up at the airport. So he knows about prices, but he was also surprised that the tickets are going up so high. And then I was surprised too that this was just last week when I was checking the prices here. It's gonna be 4,000 pesos, which is around $80 for both of us to go to Manila and come back. Like this is super cheap, and it's the same, almost the same distance from Phoenix to San Diego. That how can you explain that? I know the economies are different and this and that, but still, like, you're talking about an airplane, which is the same, and then airlines, they take care of their airplanes. They gotta go through the same things and buy same maintenance and pay some the same parts. How can they be such a big gap on prices? But I don't know. Um, when you process your paperwork, I will sponsor your plane because round trip to Manila. Yeah, man, I was surprised too because I know that after the problems. My mom and my dad especially, because my dad is the one putting gas in their car. He's always telling me the prices of in the U.S. of gas. And gas usually when it goes up in one country, it affects the others too. Because gasoline is oil. It's standard everywhere. But here, yeah, it went up a little bit, but not so much as in the U.S. And it affected and they were saying it was gonna affect flying, and I was afraid like, oh my God, it's gonna be super expensive to fly now. And I was surprised last week to see that it's not so bad. If I told my brother maybe you should look around. No, I've been looking around everywhere, and the prices are so expensive. Man, I don't know what the inflation is really bad right now in the U.S. But that's another thing that is nice to live here, and that's the reason why a lot of foreigners come here, because the cost of living over here is more affordable than in their own countries, and that makes it so attractive to live here, to come, at least come and have a vacation. Um, I was surprised from Texas to Leon one way it was 330 US dollars. And let me tell you another thing, man. Um, Before coming here, because the more expensive ticket that I was trying to find, it was going to be from America to over here. And I was looking different because this is what same thing if you want to check Mexico. Check go to because I checked also search, and if you ever want to find cheap tickets, go to Google Flights. You'll find them there. They've got all the companies all in the list of flights, and you play with that section of Google, and you can find cheap tickets right there. And I was playing around with different locations and that, and then I noticed that flying because I was looking direct flights, indirect flights, whatever was cheaper, right? So um, back then, as I saw this flight from Cancun all the way to Manila, it was really cheap. I said, how do I make it? I'm here on the west coast. How am I gonna make it all the way to Cancun in Mexico? And I was checking flights from Tijuana to Cancun, from one end of Mexico to the other. It was just $100. Like, and then same thing. Like it didn't matter where you put the price from in Mexico. You could find plane tickets under $100. And I was, oh, so I can fly from Mexico anywhere I want. It's because I'm gonna spend less than $100 just to go to I'll visit a new place, and and yeah, like I told you, it took me 3 days to get here, but I saved money. I saved a lot of money than booking very expensive tickets. Tickets were back then when I was looking into them, the costs were anything from the cheapest I think was like 15 1,500, and booking them like separately it was so cheap. Like I came here with less than probably between $800 $900. That's what I spent on the tickets. My plan is for work 6 or 8 months in the US, then go to the Philippines. I think I pay from California to Malaya, pay 1,000. Uh, I will have to try Google Flights. Yeah, man, try Google Flights. It's got all the apps in there. It will tell you. It searches the apps, every app available. But same thing. Um, once you find, you also need to check every app because not all the apps are the same. And because part, and actually I had to cancel one because I canceled the first time I was gonna come here, and then when I rebook him, this is what I did. You also, because the one that I every app um, it's got different tricks to get more money out of you. Because yeah, they offer you a low price, but then they'll start adding you from baggage to uh, things, crazy things like that, and extra fees, and then it's up. It's gonna go higher. And you know, the one that I took, the one that I used was Expedia, and because I read about it and I searched it, and it was one of the most reliable services, and they were so good. I mean, trust me, it was so good with Expedia, the way they were honest with it, and I had trouble. And actually, you know, when I canceled, uh, it was me who canceled it, but still, they give me such a good credit on my ticket, and then I used it to rebook again, and I only had to pay like $100 extra for rebooking it, and it was amazing the way. And the other ticket that I had, I used Wiki, and oh no, Kiwi, I forgot Kiwi, and that from the moment that I book it, they started with how many luggage you bring. Oh, it's like I think $40 extra for every luggage. So it was just the carry-on that they gave you free, and then aside from that, they were gonna charge you extra for this and that, and then fees, and then if you want insurance and ticket this and that, it's gonna add up. So it's not cheap anymore. So you gotta read about every app and what they do once you book it. But you know, the basic search engine that you gotta use is Google Flights, because that one will give you the whole thing in the list, the dates, and then which day. Because that's the nice thing, is gives you on the calendar. It's gonna give you the cheapest prices on that date that you want, or you have options like once you give it the list of flights and offers. It's so nice. Like I really love it. Like, and now I'm used to it. Like, you know, I'm using it here, and that's where I found those prices, because yeah, I read about it, and it is the best way to book a flight. And same thing with hotels. Um, I still use it here when we go to Cebu City. Just use uh, what's it called, Google Maps. Google Maps is got on top like hotels and restaurants. You click hotels, and same thing. It's on the map, and it gives you the little price on it. It's so nice. You know, and then you just book it. Give you different options how to pay it. And it's so easy. Um, it's just use American airline. Honestly, I didn't look for a cheaper flight. And you know, unless, but it's still the airline. Uh, the airline doesn't make a difference. You should know that the airlines, they're pretty much, they're gonna, yeah, some of them, you know, you have uh, the ones that don't give you good service and the ones that give you a service. Still, the airplanes are the same ones. The layout is the same ones. If you're gonna book a cheap flight, don't expect too much leg room. And you know, but if you want to travel in luxury, yeah, book a, you know, a better ticket, and it's got that option too. Uh, but you know, you can, it doesn't take too long for you to find what you want there. And and you know, if you want, uh, you know, if you, because Also's got that option to say if you got preference on from connecting airports, direct flights. If you want to avoid some airlines, it's got there too. If you want to avoid, you know, many stops, same thing. It tells you right there. And since the beginning it asks you how many people and do you want back and forth or it's so nice with the Google Flight. But yeah, man, it's hopefully we can go to Manila soon to apply for that because you know she wants to see Leon. I love.
I will work under the bakery.
She wants to work in bakery. Now she's got the idea of working in a bakery. Do you know the bread of Mexico? They have different types, right? I told you, right? Are you gonna steal our bread? Are you gonna ideas of how to make those breads to bring to the Philippines? You're gonna. She doesn't understand yet that uh, the food in Mexico is so delicious. Here, like that's why I don't want to go back to America. I know I'm gonna get fat. It's so delicious. I know she's gonna. There's something she's gonna like. Uh, says, "Oh no, now I will be in trouble." Why, man? What did you do? And oh, is it because if I can get through job with my family? No, well, it's she's asking me since here, like, are you gonna let me work? Are you gonna let me work? She wants to work over there. Well, if you want, why not? She said she wants to work, but in Mexico, uh, this, I think the well from back then, uh, if you wanted to work, you always found work somewhere. Like I remember, like uh, in shoes, we always had somebody who could hire us somewhere. So that's why I'm not even afraid to go to Mexico because I know I could work somewhere. Um, from my relatives, somebody can ask me or get me here on work. So um, it's not so difficult to find work in Mexico. I think the economy, that's why it's becoming so strong because um, the 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 opportunities has gotten better in Mexico. Honestly, like, that's what I believe. That's what I seen too because in the U.S. back then there was in the 90s. Yeah, there were a big, massive exodus of people, but from the 2000s on this, and I actually there's this channel that I watch of charts of the growth of it's shown the growth of the countries, and Mexico's in the top three, like next to Brazil. Argentina is always stumbling, and you kind of see it that it is getting better in Mexico. I was thinking about visiting them. They are close to the soccer stadium. So they live like, what's it called that? La colonia, no sé si- El Cuecillo. Because my uncle, they used to live there, next to the stadium. And you got, I don't know if you, I think I heard that they were moving because you got the stadium and a little bit forward is the bus station right there, and then they have the big zapateria that they built right around the corner too. It's a huge building, and then they made another cross, and then you got the stadium, and next to the stadium you got the fair, right? I still remember it. Um, but yeah, my we used to go to my uncles who lived there, and yeah, he already moved on. I don't know where he lives now, but um, he's the one who taught me how to drive taxi cab driver. Like since a kid, my brother and I would say, "Oh, we wanna be taxi cab drivers," because of my uncle and my dad. But when I said, "No, you guys not doing this. You gotta do something else." Yeah, man, in Leon it has changed too. Like, I've seen that it's no longer just shoes like back then. It's still a main driver, but I see other type of businesses opening here and there. Um, and there's always opportunities to do to find work. And yeah, we're gonna go there for a little bit. Who knows? But yeah, my dream is to go there because she wants to meet my parents in person and also visit Mexico. I told her that she's gonna be scared about the mummies, but she doesn't believe me. She's not scared of mummies. I love.
Well, in person, maybe I will get scared.
Why?
Because they were scary.
I remember I told you we have a vampire there.
I want to see that.
The skeleton of vampire.
I want to see
You wanna see it? Okay. But don't be scared. Maybe you just get scared with snakes.
that. No, I'm super scared of snakes.
And vampires are scarier.
Snake is the most scary.
How can a snake be scary? If the snake, and imagine if I bring you to Arizona where they have the most venomous snakes there. There you should be scared of snakes. The snakes here they're not venomous. Because this is in Philippines, the Spanish bread was hard. I don't know why. I have not tried that. Um, and there's another guy who recommended the pan de sal. Supposedly that's his favorite. I've seen it, but she doesn't like it. And I have not tried it because it's the same thing. I take her word for it. She says it's salty, and I don't like salty bread. I like sweet bread, so that's why I have not tried that one. Um, see, look, she's saying I should record you when once I bring you to the museum of the mummies.
Yeah.
He wants to see your face if you get scared or not.
If there's no snake, then I'll be fine.
There's no snakes.
If there's a snake, no,
Okay, I will be recording you.
I'm not gonna cry. Yeah,
You're not gonna cry either.
I'm not gonna cry.
Okay, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you this ahead of time. Do you know what's in the museum?
Mummies.
No. Let me tell you this. There's a baby mummy. A little tiny baby mummy. Are you gonna?
You called it your Chana.
What's that? It's a newborn that died when probably when was born, and they buried it and became a
Exactly, a
mummy
Chana
and became a
baby.
mummy, and it's right
Look at
there.
this. Here in Philippines is the Chanak.
Uh,
Chanak refers to a creatures in Philippine
Folklore.
yeah, called the Tiyanak,
Uh-huh.
a malevolent vampiric being that takes the form of a baby to lure victims,
Mm. No,
particularly in
that's
forest.
but let me try to remember because I remember the baby mommy, but oh yeah, I forgot about that. Leon has scorpions.
I'm not scared of
You're not
scorpions.
scared? Oh,
Like I told you, baby, I'm only scared on snakes.
snakes. She's only scared of snakes, not scorpions. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because, sometimes she is watching babies in distress or something, then she starts crying. And, you know, uh, once she sees the baby mommy, like, I don't know, she's gonna get sentimental about it. Says, why I'm scared of you, only snakes.
Mm.
Only snakes.
Yes, snakes. I hate seeing
Now, let me tell you another thing that she loves watching scary movies from
them.
vampires,
Vampire,
zombies,
zombies.
even cannibals. Like, it's crazy, like, you know. But she's still scared, like, oh, I don't want to see that. I thought you wanted to watch that. She covers her eyes when the horrible things happen.
No, only if the
Like
like
the what?
when it comes to cannibalism.
Oh, the
Like the, I
cannibals.
don't want to see the 80s things like that because I will remember. Oh, I'm not gonna eat pork.
So intestines reminds you of pork. Is it?
I'm sure you will have a great time in Milan.
Yeah.
Together with working from your family's bakery. Kali, don't forget
You
that.
you wanna make him feel bad if he doesn't get you a job. Oh man, don't listen to her because you
I don't watch scary movies. I go
you should tell
sleep.
her right now and tell your family if they're gonna give her work, she must speak Spanish because you know that about Mexicans.
Maybe their family will speak
Mm-mm.
Spanish.
No, no, no. Listen to the love. I told you before. Mexicans are so uh, eccentric
I will
when
just.
it comes to language.
You can see that. If you open this, you can see
I
everything.
know some of them
Oh,
say
that's
that
super scary.
the human has you can see a little bit. Oh no.
That's a spirit. And that's spirit.
Well, let me ask you this: is your fiance superstitious?
All of Filipinos
I know most of them,
superstitious.
but maybe
But
she's
some.
a rare case that she's not superstitious. If she's not, she will be fine. If she's superstitious, she will freak out
Mhm.
because over here the same thing. Like I since I arrived, I told her let's go to the hotel that is no, it's haunted. It's haunted. What if the little kid follows us or something like that? Like, why are you scared of the? Yes,
See?
she is.
I told you, all Filipinos superstitious.
Yeah, don't tell her, don't tell her because she's gonna run out of. She's gonna want to, fly you. Say, take me back to the Philippines. I don't want to live here. Yeah, man. Like, um, I've watched so many things that yeah Filipinos are very superstitious. They believe same thing like Mexicans. We believe in so many things.
When,
Uh,
when I was in the Philippines, she didn't want to walk by the river at night. Even me, I don't like
Let
walking
me tell you
near.
what she did the other day. We were walking towards the farm, and I read this, and I did it unconsciously without thinking. I pointed at what was it? What was on the side of the? Oh yeah,
Because I saw something.
yes, there was something. I said, "Oh look at that! There's something." She said, "Oh, don't point your finger at me." Like, what? Why? No, you don't like. Yeah, You're not supposed to point at things.
See, Kali have a Filipino
Oh,
mind also.
my mom is lost a daughter that was like 12, and she also lost a baby boy. So we think he's dead.
Mm.
I do believe in things like that. Like, ghosts is not just made up, because there's plenty of evidence that something happens after we die, and then so I do believe in that, in ghosts. But when you take it to the extreme, like here, not pointing at trees or like your fiance saying that you cannot shouldn't walk by the river at night. Those are extreme. Uh, Maybe there's some basis to their beliefs, but you know um, it's taking it a little bit further than that. My niece has seen a girl, and my brother has seen a boy, uh, just like a shadow. I mean, I do believe that because it happened to me when I was a kid. It happened in our house. Our house, my dad built it, right? And it was always, we were never afraid of our house. And then my grandfather died. And my grandfather, he didn't have such a good aura. Like, he, I don't want to speak bad of him, but yeah, he was never good to my grandma. He was never good to my dad. Even to us, like he would get mad, and he was a mean drunk. Uh, and when he died, and after that, like our house, we were afraid of it. Like he died there, and that's the thing that we were scared of it, and you couldn't understand it. And yeah, we could see things here and there like shadows, and I don't know if it was my grandpa or what, but uh, we, we left a little bit after that. But yeah, that house before it wasn't like that, and it was kind of strange that it was after my, when he died. Like, I don't want to be mean, but yeah, my grandpa was mean to us, so uh, we were not hurt. The only, not even my dad, actually, he wasn't hurt when my grandfather died. The only one who was hurt was my grandma. But all of the rest of the family was like, oh, we were relieved because he was such a heavy burden on the family. And the house felt heavy after that. And yeah, we remember it. Everybody has, from my siblings to my mom and my dad, they can tell you the house changed. And who knows if it was that, but we also started seeing, feeling things that it wasn't there before. Um, but yeah, I mean, I do believe on those, and but what can you do? Like, and I don't know. Well, I was young. I was only like when he died. I think he was 14, somewhere around there. Yeah, I was around that age, and then um, yeah, he's not. You know, maybe he wanted to go, but at the same time he didn't want to go because he like I told you, he was drinking a lot, and he went to the hospital once, and my dad warned him, and the doctors told him, if you keep drinking, you're gonna die because your liver is just, you know. He still didn't listen. It didn't took him long to keep drinking, and you know, like my dad said, is he wanted to go, but he was scared to go because the first time that he got sick, he take me to the doctor. Take me to the doctor said, do you want to go or not? But that's the thing I tell her, that I'm more afraid of the living than the dead. Because the dead, yeah, the will see them or scare you. Well, they're not gonna do anything else than that. Um, and yeah, that's what I when I arrived, and she told me there's a it's a haunted hotel. I was telling her, oh, let's go. She doesn't even wanna walk in front of the hotel. She's scared of it. And, and yeah, at night it kind of looks creepy, that hotel, because we've been there at night, and you can see it. It's all the windows. Some of the windows are open, and you can see a little bit inside of the. It's kind of creepy. But you know, uh, maybe we should. I tell her we should go do a live or record, go. No, but I don't know if they're gonna let us, because it's an abandoned building, but still like the city. I think the city is doing business on the first floor. Yeah, the other floors are abandoned, and at night they close it down. It says, "I will not stay in a haunted hotel." Well, here I think Filipinos will warn you of whatever place or building is not safe to stay in. They immediately tell you, um, no, don't stay there. Don't go there, because the same thing they will tell you. Don't go there for this, for that. Sila, he says, yes, go do a live there. He'll watch us.
Mm.
She's scared of it. I thought you were not. I thought
But
you.
if there are some bad
What?
spirit will gonna possess you.
Possess me? No, they cannot possess me. I'm too fat to be possessed. But the one I too wanna, we're gonna do it. We're gonna, we're just checking on the weather. Like I told you, we're gonna do the live over there with her grandpa. Because we asked him again if he saw the bird again. He said yes, but he didn't do anything to the bird. But I want to see that. I want to see it. Maybe we'll catch it in a live. If even if we fall asleep, we're gonna leave the phone recording. And if you guys see something the next day, just tell us. We'll review the live. I know if I put cameras here at my house, I'm sure I will catch something. Then I will have to move out.
Mm.
Well, you should do it. There's a I remember two cases of two guys that were doing that. They were recording their house because there were strange things happening in their houses. And he was even inviting people to come there and record themselves because, uh, people are always gonna say, "Oh, it's fake," or you just making it up. And the guys actually said, "You're more than welcome to come here and record." One of the cases was in San Diego, I believe. Of the pantry, it was the pantry kit because the, the that's the strange things, but I think the explanation was that the house was built in sacred grounds. So the pantry, it was one of those doors with a glass door, and the guy he will hear it at night opening and closing, and he set up a camera in his kitchen. And yeah, uh, some nights you will see the door opening and closing without nothing moving it, and then when a few nights like hands on the glass of the pantry door, like what the? And then sometimes he will stay awake there, just recording. He will open the door when the hands, and there's nothing. There's nothing inside the pantry. Like that. Those are some like crazy evidence that the guy wasn't faking it, and he invited people, and the people went there, and same thing. Uh, he says, there's this guy just died doing that.
Why?
I don't know how did he die. Uh, this guy was doing live when they have the Annabelle doll, and he just died doing it.
Mm.
I
Well, that was really real.
well, in the U.S. It's a very popular uh, story history because it is written that it does something happens around that doll, and that's from Ghost. You know, you go to that, which is I think something demonic, which I really don't want to deal with that. When you're talking about demons, when you're talking about ghosts, yeah, like they scare you, but
But that was
they
demons,
will
right?
not do crazy things like that. I even if I don't want to believe, I do believe because there's been so many cases of it that things happen around that doll, and yeah, well, when we're talking about evidence, I know when you talk to people who don't want to believe, well, they will never believe, but even if the evidence is there, and it's crazy. They made a movie about that though. Not just one. I think there's like two or three already.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh, you were watching it right the other day?
I did.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I watched so many horror movie cannibalism because of the Korean line.
Why
Because of my aunt's husband, the
so
Korean.
you say he likes
Yeah,
those
he will
kind of.
always buy a tape. Like all of so many Barbie, all of the cannibalism, all of the zombies, all of the uh, like demons like that, and even the chainsaw like that, and the soul like that. I watch it already, all episode because of him.
Because of him. So because of him, you start liking Korean
And
horror
the
movies.
weird thing he will do
Or
is the
the,
fresh liver of
but
pig. He ate it.
well, your grandpa does the same thing.
Yeah, they made a movie about the doll.
you when she was growing up, her aunt had this
Romance
well,
movie.
boyfriend and then husband who was Korean, and the guy came back and forth from Korea, and he spoke a little bit of English, not so much, but it was him who taught her how to a little bit of Korean, but at the same time, uh, he taught her uh, the liking for those kind of horror movies, and you know, from what I understand, the guy had these, but it's not just him. I think it's the whole Korean culture that because you know they have these liking for kind of crazy foods, and she's surprised that, and her whole family was surprised when he would just eat the liver of the pig, and, but without cooking it. That's the worst
Just
part.
watching.
Just watch it. At least it was not full of blood.
It's some.
Well, when he bite it, right?
No, that was our pig, and then we prepared that to go hang out.
Oh man, that's crazy. They say I don't watch scary movies here because the things start to
That was
happen.
your mind, like your mind will keep thinking. That's why you think that oh, it's happening.
No, but he just sometimes doesn't
But it's
like.
really true. Like it wasn't just like you told me. Like You were
What?
pointing something. I really saw a little.
Mm. Well,
I don't know if
if I
it's a
point,
kid, but the color of his t-shirt was red.
I
And then when I
that's
look
why
back, there's no,
I did too.
like
But
I was like, oh my
is
god.
that's the thing. We were walking there, and then something caught my eyes, and I think hers too. But she didn't say anything, and I did. I said, "Hey, what is that?" And I pointed at it, and he says, "Oh, like don't point at it." And then I turned around to see her, and then when I turned back, yeah, he wasn't there. I don't know what it was. Maybe a dog or something, but he wasn't. But I didn't hear anything move because it wasn't even too far from us. It was just there, and then she. And you know they have all these beliefs that there's spirits and little things in the living out there. So yeah, that's the thing. I was just asking. It was daylight actually. It was not even at night or something. This
I will just watch Animal Planet.
no, man. You know that when I was growing up, since we were kids, I loved talking to my friends about scary things. I grew up in a area where it was the outskirts of I don't know if you know Maria Dolores. It's well now it's very centric, but before it was on the outskirts of Leon. So at night it was just a light here, a light there, and we'll gather around talking stories. We were kids, but some of the stories sometimes were true or not. We would scare each other, and that's all I think is the same thing around here. That all those memories or stories that frighten us, but at the same time make us believe in things that sometimes they're exaggerated, sometimes they're based on truth, and and
It's
that's when
raining again.
and and that's what I see here too. Like I feel like you know, but now that I'm older and that's why I'm not so. I don't feel like a kid being scared of because um, back then anything would scare me. Like I remember one time with my friends we went to the cemetery. It was just across. There's a I don't know if you know. There's the road going to. I think they removed the cementos where they did the cement from the road. It was from the nuestra colonia. There was the road. You cross it, and there was the cemetery. And we would walk there, and we would say, let's see who can cross the cemetery at night, 8, 9 p.m. And we'll go there, but it was just for fun and to scare. I remember this time we lost a kid in the middle, and I don't know what. It was scary to hear him cry, but at the same time, it was scary to. We were laughing, but at the same time, it was scary because we could hear him crying in the middle of the cemetery, and and he got lost because he was like around probably 5 years old. Sometimes they wanna get together with the older kids, so he got lost because we just will run, and then sometimes we'll run different directions to make somebody get lost, and we could hear him crying, and but at the same time it was scary because is that really him or is something a ghost in the middle of the cemetery? Yeah, things like that. It's the same kind of folklore that we have between Filipinos and Mexicans. Uh, oh, you guys are from Piletas? That was also kind of back then. It was a little bit too far from Leon. Um, but the now, well, I was in 2005. Uh, and it wasn't so far from the city anymore. Uh, my aunt. I was staying with my aunt. She lives by what's it called? Cerrito de Jerez, like way past that hill. It was on the other side. I forgot what the name of her colony is. Um, but yeah, like Leon grew so much, and yeah, it's gonna be so. Everything's gonna be new. For me, it's gonna totally new experience, and I know she's gonna be surprised because even here, like she the like even me, I don't know places, all the places here in the city. And, Toledo City is so small compared to other cities, and yet you can find things like little passages, streets from one side to the other. Like I didn't know this was here. Uh, Same thing with her. Sometimes she's surprised on seeing this little business, little house or something. And for me, Leon is gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna be surprised to see everything again. Some old, some new, but most of it new. What about Loma Bonita? Loma Bonita is that? Uh, I remember that the name of that colony, but I don't know where it's located. Yeah, and back when I was there, Silao seemed so far. Now it's connected to Leon. Same thing with San Francisco. Even when I was there in 2005. Like when I was a kid, I remember my dad, because my grandpa and my grandma, they were from San Francisco, and they would take us there. I remember there was, you will know when you were leaving Leon, and then you see fields and then empty space, nothing there, and then yeah, you be arriving to San Francisco. Now in 2005, I went there, and then it didn't say you live in Leon. Well, I didn't see it. Maybe it is there, but all of a sudden I just see "Welcome to San Francisco." I said, "Oh, what time did I leave Leon?" It's so together now that you don't, it's becoming such a big city, and yeah, probably right now. Well, no, I just still like I was gonna say maybe now by now Leon is so it's together to Guanajuato, but now there's still a lot of distance, and I don't think uh, it's gonna take a long time. I have to go now. I have to wait up to. All right, man. Yeah, I'll let you go, and we also do a few things here. It's always nice chatting with you. We're gonna do another tonight, or if because I need to check on the way because we're planning to do the live there from the farm, and but we got another other plans on the weekends, on Sunday right now,
Mm.
and so we're gonna either do it tonight or tomorrow, and we're gonna do live there. But we wanna see
We're
the
gonna do
weather.
live tonight.
We'll try to do it tonight. If not, um, maybe tomorrow on from the farm.
Mm.
We'll stay there tonight. So. Amen. Thank you so much for everything, we'll see you
I mean,
again.
we're gonna do live here tonight.
No, yeah, we'll do it live tonight, but I was saying on the farm.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Thank you, man. Um, yeah, I'll see you later then. Take care, man. Bye.
Adios.